baby. Let's go! Boot up. Lions win versus the San Diego Chargers, man. We take care of business. Man, on the road. Dan Campbell, you were brilliant today. You were gutsy today. You know, for not 1 second that I thought we would lose to this team today. And Dan Campbell thought the same thing. Our guys stepped up when they needed to step up. The refs definitely didn't help. They definitely didn't help. That was some bullshit calling in the fourth quarter. Let's just be honest about it. That was some bullshit. But we take care of business. At the end of the day, it is literally a game of inches in the NFL, and our team come out with a victory. One of the teams that a lot of people had checked on their calendars as a possible loss for the Detroit Lions, we come out with the victory. Anytime we wear our all whites, man, it's an absolute problem. It's an absolute problem, man. And I totally love that for the Detroit Lions. Dan Campbell was gutsy today, and you know, he felt just like I felt sitting here watching the game. The Detroit Lions were never at risk of losing this game. You know, Allen did get off tonight, but that's simply because of the issue that we continue to have of not having the proper pass rush to go along with Aiden Hutchinson. This is why a guy like myself, even though a lot of people unsubscribe from my channel, that's fine. That's fine. I'm fine with that. But this is why you need that pass rush. We did not pass rush as good as we needed to today. We had Aiden Hutchinson to get back there in the backfield a couple of times, but other than him today, it just wasn't enough. And this is why when you have a trade deadline like we had, this is why I was one of the main complainers. But we still found a way to win, and this is what we'll have to deal with going into the playoffs for the Detroit Lions, man. Listen, you guys have to understand, when we're playing top tier teams in this league, it's going to be tough to stop those guys without being able to rush the quarterback. And this has been my biggest thing since the NFL draft. So, like I said, I'm not complaining about the picks that we have right now. I love Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs was absolutely amazing today. Montgomery, amazing today. But at the end of the day, this is what we're going to have to deal with. We have to be able to stop these teams up front and get pressure on the quarterback. We can't allow them to be comfortable back there. We literally had to deal with 2 players today, and those 2 players threatened us today as far as coming out with a victory. So, you know, at the same time, while we celebrate, I got to give you guys reality. I have to give you guys the reality. And the reality is we have to get better when it comes to the up front on the defensive side of the football. You know, I've seen a couple people on Twitter ask if Aaron Glenn is the culprit. Listen, you have to understand the situation that Aaron Glenn is in. He does not have premier pass rushers to go along with Aiden Hutchinson, and it's making it really tough for him on the defensive side of the football. We was able to create turnovers today, which was big time. Man, Kirby Joseph was big time today with that interception. You know, we just have to give credit where credit is due, but at the same time, we have to look at what things really are. And I really wish at the trade deadline we would have made a move, but we did not. So that's the reality of it. When we do get to the playoffs, we'll see what happens, right? We still have an opportunity to get in that top position in order for us to get them home games and everything else. But, you know, when you look at the rest of the teams in this league right now, the Detroit Lions are definitely making things a little bit harder for themselves by not going to add that to the defensive line. So, yeah, interesting situation, man. The Vikings beat the Saints today, but the Green Bay Packers lost today. You know, so we look at the NFC North. It's the Detroit Lions. You know what I'm saying? We are definitely going to win this division. We got a lot of rival games coming up, in the second part of this schedule. We are healthy, which is big time for us. Guys are coming back. That bye week was very important for us. Very, very, very important for us. And I'm looking forward to see some guys come back. But when it comes to the NFC North, man, we should definitely have this thing hands down. We got to take care of business against the Vikings. Not per se worried about the Bears or the Green Bay Packers. So I just don't want to. I don't want it to seem like we had a free trip to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? I want us to go out here and earn every single game, man. It's not easy to go on the road against the San Diego team. Listen, man, they have a great quarterback over there. They have a great receiver over there. And it's not easy to win those type of games. So Dan Campbell was very aggressive today, and I really appreciated that. A lot of people was nervous with his, the option to go for it on fourth down. A lot of people was nervous about that. But like I said, if you really, understand this game of football, all indicators said that the Detroit Lions were unstoppable versus the Chargers, man. So, for me personally, I never doubted the Detroit Lions to be able to score the football today. I was only worried about us stopping the Chargers from scoring. So, us deferring at the beginning of the game was big time. It was big time for the Detroit Lions because they simply could not stop us. They stopped us that one series when we were in a goal line situation. But after that, man, we just took care of business. We were consistent. Jared Goff was definitely doing his thing out there. Montgomery, big time run today. Jahmyr Gibbs continues to be an absolute blessing to have in that backfield. Amon-Ra St. Brown, superstar tonight. I got to give credit to everybody tonight. Kirby Joseph with a big time turnover tonight. These guys, they band together and they do whatever it takes to win football games. Just like Dan Campbell said, yeah, you're going to knock us down, but on the way up, we're going to bite kneecaps. And that's what we did today. So, before you know it, we are the last team standing, and we took care of business at the end of the game, and it was big time today. So, I had to take a quick short break, from making the Lions content simply because I was a little upset with the response that I had when I made my last video. Listen, you guys have to understand this. I love my team just as much as you guys do. I root for my team just as much as you guys do. What you have to understand is I'm going to give it to you 100% raw, 100% straight. So I don't want to be the negative Nancy and say what we should have done in the trade deadline. I'm probably sure you guys fully understand where I was coming from in that situation. Well, today was another example of that. This game, we should have blew this team out. We should have blew this 4-4 team out today. And we could not do that simply because we just did not have enough rush up front. This is what I'm talking about, right? So, I hope you guys understand that. I'm not a negative Lions fan. I just want the best for the team. And I just feel like we had a better opportunity to make this team better, and we did take advantage of it. So before you jump on Aaron Glenn, I need you to look at what's been done in the draft and what's been done in the trade deadline. And evaluate your team to the fullest without any type of prejudice. You understand? So with that said, man, we get a victory at the end of the day. We look at the second half of the schedule. It is very, very favorable for our team. We have to take care of business against these bottom feeders in our division and do what we have to do, man. So, like I said, watching the other teams in the league right now, we're in a good position, and the Detroit Lions need to take advantage of that. So, that's all I got for you guys today. I will be coming throughout the week with some Lions content for you guys since we are past the bye week. That break was very necessary for me. But I'm definitely about to come hard with some Lions content, and I expect you guys to be right there with me, man. Make sure you guys smack the like buttons for your boy, and also hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you guys can get those videos when they're released this week, because I have a lot to say, as we continue on this journey to get to to get to the playoffs. Of course, it's a double night for me. I got the Pistons coming up. So, with that said, you guys leave it in the comments, man. Let me know what you thought about this game. And I definitely will be having some good discourse with you guys in that comment section, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for Victory Monday. Victory Monday. Let's go, baby. Victory Monday. Shout out to Lions Nation Unite and Herman Moore, man. Been giving us a lot of good information over this week when it comes to the receiving room, especially with Jameson Williams, man, who had a touchdown took away from him today. But shout out to Herman Moore and Team 84. And with that said, leave it in the comment section, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.